Former President Jimmy Carter is lying in state in the Capitol Rotunda in Washington, D.C. right now, ahead of his funeral tomorrow.
So we're looking back on Carter's legacy because this time we're doing so with former 3 News senior political correspondent. You remember him, Tom Beres. He covered the 1980 election and the debate between Carter and Ronald Reagan. And that debate, of course, was held right here in Cleveland. So he has some really interesting insight about it.
The debates were all being promoted by the League of Women Voters, of which Cleveland had a very strong chapter. But bigger than that, Cleveland was trying to refurbish its image. It had just recently gone into default, being the only American city not to pay its bills. There was all the chaos left over from the Kucinich years at City Hall. New Mayor George Voinovich was trying to refurbish the city's image, and all of the forces pulled together, much like they did to get the 2016 Republican convention. So this was a huge coup for Cleveland just at the time that it was trying to put a new and better face on for the country.
So what did it mean to Cleveland? What was the impact to Cleveland proper?
Well, there was so
much
energy, so much excitement.
Yeah.
About 1,200 reporters descended on the city.
On this day of last-minute preparations, President Carter again spent most of his time in the Bond Court quarters, huddling with his advisors, poring over briefing books, sharpening his arguments for tonight.
What do you remember most about the debate itself?
The debate itself turned out, I think, to be arguably the deciding and, if you will, nail in the coffin of President Carter. I think the memorable moments from the debate, the 2 quotations that people remember from that are President Reagan's walk-off line, which is now, I think, standard in any election between an incumbent and a challenger.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
And when Carter attempted to paint him as being a threat to existing programs like Social Security, his memorable line.
There you go again.
It was a memorable moment for the city of Cleveland and, again, a deciding moment in American history.
So when you look back, what are you grateful for?
One of the benefits and things that made this job so appealing was being able to witness history in the making, and I think that's one of the most dramatic events that I have in my portfolio of things that I've covered that I do have a lot of memories about.
All right. Tom Beres, we always appreciate you. Your insight, your knowledge, your memories. Thank you for always sharing with us.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for ringing the bell again.
Always.